Well, good evening from the East Coast of the United States, everybody. I'm here to introduce my girlfriend who will be running this game. Of course, I am Demarine. I am the second best speedrunner of Final Fantasy in this household. Of course, Leggy is the first. Here she is, Leggystarscream.
I'm here to kill chaos. Okay,
Yep.
now that that's out of the way, how are you doing tonight, everyone?
Starting with hackneyed memes to start the run. Who knew?
Look! Strangers of Paradise is a good game, okay?
Yeah, fair it is.
Anyway, this is Final Fantasy I Pixel Remaster. If you were watching earlier this week, you saw Final Fantasy I being played here. This is the exact same game, but we're doing it differently. There are actually, a number of route differences between this version and the previous PSP run that come from a number of differences between the two games. Most notably, we don't have the equipment glitch here, so we're gonna have to do everything semi-honestly. So if you're familiar with the Game Boy Advance run, this will look a lot like that, but even then, there are some even deeper version differences that we'll explain as we go. But as it stands, we've got the fighter who fights. We've got a monk who did not feature in the PSP run. Monks don't wear armor, they don't have weapons, they only punch things, and they punch things hard. And then we've got double black mages, because I hear blowing enemies up with the dark arcane arts means that they die.
Yeah, that's accurate. We want twice the Dark Arcane arts because, double the explosions. Are you ready to hit the road, though?
Yeah, so time will start as soon as I hit this button. Love, do you want to count me in?
Yeah, we will go in 3, 2, 1, go.
So of course, just like any good RPG, we start off with a 2-minute unskippable cutscene.
Because, of course, the bathroom break is at the wrong spot for Pixel Remaster.
Right?
Like, every good RPG speedrun has a bathroom break in it. This is why this is not a good RPG speedrun. Although I love the game.
I mean, the other secret to RPG speedruns is keeping them short enough that you don't need the bathroom break. In theory, this one gets there.
2 hours? Yeah. 220
Yeah.
is the estimate, but,
Well,
if you're feeling really good, you can do it in under 2 hours.
I mean, I would love to PB in a marathon setting. Unlikely to happen. I will be taking some extra safety saves.
Yeah, we'll be pointing out all the places where this run is notably unsafe. I think that's the word we're gonna use, right?
Yeah. Terrifying.
Look, it's just a cave in a marsh. How bad could it be?
5 minutes.
They're just gargoyles. How many times can they hit? Like 1?
The gargoyles aren't even the most terrifying part. It's the revenge of the land lobsters.
I love land lobsters.
The land lobsters do not love me. Anyway, we're gonna get started. We got some quick shopping to do, some quick menuing to do, and then we gotta go talk to the king.
The king. The king of kings.
Wait, are there any other kings in this game? I mean, Bahamut.
I mean, yeah, there's like 3 kings in this game. There's the nicest, kindly old king that we'll talk to later.
Ah, the Northwest Castle.
Yeah, he's totally okay. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. We're gonna pick up Thunder on our Black Mages because, we need them to be able to do damage. And Thunder is just a more useful element than Fire.
It's also a faster animation. Go figure.
Is that still true in this version? I don't know if we've timed it in this version.
We should time it one of these days. We should sit down and do it just to have the data.
Yeah.
But yes, it's also just generally better because we're going to be using it for the early game, and we spend a lot of the early game on the ocean. Fish are weak against lightning, apparently.
Zappy zappy.
So yeah.
So one of the big differences this game's got going on over the PSP version is we have auto battle, which whatever your characters had last selected, they'll just keep doing until they can't do it anymore. This could be bad. Let's see whether or not we can get this gargoyle down before it poisons us.
This is fine. Everything is fine.
This is suddenly a lot less fun.
This is bad. Everything is bad. Actually, everything is kind of bad here.
Yeah, no, this is awful. Throw it out, reset. By which I mean the game autosaves. Obviously in a actual...
If you were trying to PB, you'd have already, like, shut the game
I would
off
have
and
reset
started
the
over.
moment I saw that encounter.
Yeah.
Notably, resetting the game does not change your threat. It just changes what encounter you're going to find there.
This encounter's much better. Skeletons are not very powerful at this point.
Yeah. Also, getting 2 encounters before Garland is actually fairly bad luck.
This run's just going great so far. Here's Garland. He's gonna knock us all down.
Yeah. He's just gonna punch us, and we're going to just throw everything we have. Easiest boss in the game. Can still one-shot a Black Mage.
Gonna hope that he keeps hitting the fighter, because we really don't care about the fighter.
Yeah. I mean, even a punch on the monk is fine.
Yeah, we don't care about the monk yet.
Honestly, if the monk dies here, you know, I'm not actually super upset because that just fuels more XP to the Black Mages early, which is, you know, the big thing we want to do this early.
We love our Black Mages. They're important and powerful and good.
So yeah, the king's going to build us a bridge for rescuing Sarah here. And she's going to give us her guitar.
Heck yeah. Are we going to learn to rock?
Maybe. We might even learn to roll. Speaking of bathroom breaks...
God, these cutscenes are skippable in the PSP version, and yet here we are. I mean...
I don't think this one is.
This one is skippable in PSP. It is not skippable in GBA. Yeah,
PSP. Which cutscenes are skippable in PSP has always thrown me.
All of them. Every single one. Except for the cutscene of the guy walking to open up the final extra... except for the extra dungeon openings. All 4 of those, not skippable.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to worry about that. There are no extra dungeons in this version.
Yeah. Why don't you talk about that? What does this game have going on?
We built a bridge because we killed Garland and we saved the princess, and so we're going to go and light these crystals that we have in our hands and save the world. It's a pretty standard. It's a pretty standard D&D campaign. Yeah,
but importantly, this is one of the Pixel Remaster games which were presented as kind of a return to form, going back towards a lot of the mechanics that were in the original versions of the games, though with modern enhancements, both mechanically and graphically.
Yeah, are you ready for the weirdest thing, everybody? We're back to spell charges. That's right. We actually, when we were busy casting lightning magic, it wasn't based on an MP pool. You only get 2. To start.
Yeah. But ethers are still in this game, which mean, and how those work is they'll restore 1 charge per level. So in the middle of the game, you'll see me thinking about like, okay, I want to cast one, do a cast of this, do a cast of that, so that I can ether both those charges back with 1 ether.
Yep, there's a lot of work that goes into it. We're gonna probably go through like 40 or 50 ethers during the run easy. Actually, probably more than that now that I think about it. But we're gonna drink ethers like it's going out of style because we're gonna need to. Here's the storyline. If you haven't played Final Fantasy 1, where have you been all your life? This game's older than you are.
I mean, it's definitely older than me.
I was about to say it was older than I am, and I'm like, wait, no, that's way incorrect. I'm so sad. But yeah, it is a very classic RPG plot, right? Warriors of Light, heroes going to save the world and all that.
And, beating up goblins along the way.
I like goblins, though. Why are we punching goblins?
I don't know.
Not yet. You'll know one thing about this game is also in this particular version of Final Fantasy, we deal with encounters very differently in each of the Final Fantasy versions. Final Fantasy 1 does like a lot of reset manipulations for the NES. Final Fantasy 1 for the GBA does a lot of save scumming, so you save your game, and if you get an encounter you don't like, which is to say pretty much all of them in FF1 GBA, you reset your game. In FF1 PSP, you're generally powerful enough to just run from everything. And in Pixel Remaster, we're gonna fight everything, which is a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nearly nothing that we're going to avoid fighting. There's a couple of exceptions later on, like air elementals, but for now, we're gonna fight everything. We're fighting things.
Yeah. There will be things I will be running away from because of time efficiency. But yeah, they're like...
Because they suck. But that's later.
Yeah, I run through basically the bottom floor of Marsh Cave.
Yeah, that's because by the time you get to bottom floor of Marsh Cave, you're out of resources and...
It's a bad time, yeah.
And you don't have enough armor to survive multi-hitters. But yeah, here's Pirates. We also deal with this a little bit differently than we do in other versions. PSP cheats. GBA buys sleep, I believe. It used to, at least. I don't know if it does anymore. NES also buys sleep. And here we just fight. Black Mage down, though. That's bad. I'm not a fan of that.
And also, our fighter is not one-shotting them all the time.
Yeah, fighter's one level short of being able to one-shot them consistently. Basically, you see that our characters get hit rates, so that it tells you how many times they're going to hit the enemies. Fighter needs to get 2 hits, which takes an extra level, which we did not have.
This might get a little spicy. I will probably do a little bit of grinding on the sea before March.
We're going to take it real safe. But we got first res our Black Mage, because our 2 Black Mages, way more important than anything else we've got.
For, like, the majority of the game.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to even get to see the end.
Yeah, this early on, one of the big things we're going to be dealing with is just, like, resource management. I'm going to actually use that potion on the 9 HP Black Mage, like, right away.
We sure are, because that'll let us keep grinding, because we still have spell charges to play with.
Yep.
And the sea, because we have Thunder, the sea is a little easier to grind. This encounter's a pretty good one for experience. The one that we're also looking for is there's Buccaneers. And we love that particular encounter because that encounter is made of good, hard, cold gold. Just drops a pile of gil in your lap. Those pirates have been stealing, and you're just like, yeah, you've been stealing. Can't have that. And then you confiscate all their gold. Otherwise, sharks are a little healthy. The red Sahagin, though, does give a good chunk of experience, and it's only a 2-pack, which is great. There's some annoying Sahag packs, like fives that are pretty bad. Big Eyes are pretty bad. They can stun party members, so we don't love that.
There's a reason I focus down the Evil Eyes whenever I see them.
Yep, because we have no way to resist paralysis at this point. If it wants to paralyze us, it's probably gonna succeed. But yeah, a couple of status effects in the game that we really care about, which we'll get to as we go along. Stun is the first one, which we just talked about, or paralysis. Locks a party member down, and then at the end of each turn, they have a 25% chance of breaking free. That's right, 25%. Undead in particular are terrifying in this game because they apply stun touch, so they get usually 3 chances to hit you. And if they hit you with any of those attacks, it will apply paralysis to a party member, which of course can lock out an important party member. We'll have better tools for dealing with that, though, soon. But for now, in Marsh Cave, if we run into the undead, we're generally going to be sad, I think. Sad is the word I'm going to use here.
Oops, that's the map.
Yep, there's a quick map now, too. You want to... So,
yeah.
Some cool features added in. Don't need to push B-select anymore, unfortunately, I guess.
Yeah. I am also, like, very low on cash right now, just because of the way that the encounter packs have lined up. So I'm going to do a bit of grinding, get a bit more cash.
Yep, you also had to res a Black Mage, which costs a fair bit of money. This is not the encounter you want. What's that?
It's only 80 in Provoca.
Yeah, but you still have to spend the money.
Yeah, fair.
It's non-zero. It's non-trivial at this point in the game. Right, but you'll notice we're going to try and, like, run in Thundara things. Thundara, of course, A, it does more damage, which is grand, and B, it's an AoE spell. I think for Marathon Safety, you're going to get 2 copies of it.
Yeah.
World Record Route gets 1. It's heckin' unsafe. Really, really unsafe. Like, you do some real things to try to get this under 2 hours.
Yeah. Like, in my PB attempts, if I had a run get to Elpit the way that this one did, this would have been a reset.
Yeah, we'd have already reset this run like twice. Here's a Buccaneer. As you can see, this poor sap is gonna hand us 350 gil. My friend is flush with cash, and we are gonna take advantage of that. I mean, yeah, Grog, you know the drill with this particular speed run. There's so many things in it, and I can describe all of them as heckin' unsafe at this point.
That's not good.
Morgan, no!
I need one more encounter and then I'll go back. Yeah, fine. I just need money!
Broken, I hate it.
Yeah, that's 200 gil down the drain.
Yeah, doing things in towns just costs more over time, so...
Mm-hmm.
Dying, as they say, dying is a nuisance. We try not to do it.
I'm still only going to take the 1 copy of Thundara with me, just because my money's in a weird spot. Where if I buy it, I will not have enough resources, and I'll have to do another grind, and no one wants to sit through more of me blasting Sahagins. We'll get enough of that during the ronda as is.
Look, I enjoy watching it, but, you know,
you enjoy watching everything I stream.
I do enjoy watching everything that you do, yes. Before people think this is weird, we're in a relationship. We live
I love
together.
you.
And I love this woman a lot. To be very clear.
Anyway, we're just going to make our way over to the Martian Cave.
God, your one black mage has 56 maximum health still.
Yeah, no, it's
Terrifying.
the literal worst.
The word is terrifying. So just so people understand that stats actually work in the Pixel Remaster the same way they do in other games as well. In that there are low stat gains and high stat gains, and for every stat other than hit points, it's either 0 or 1. For hit points, you're guaranteed to gain like 3, plus some factor for your vitality. But you can also high roll, which will get you a lot more. It'll get you like, for probably your black mages in the 20 to 25 range. Your fighter, who is guaranteed to gain, it gains about 30. And your black belt, your monk, is guaranteed to gain vitality. So the amount of HP that your monk gains will be slow to start and then start really picking up in the end game. But you also have a 25% chance of getting a high stat gain, and it is totally random. So you are hoping that your black mages get a couple of these high gains. You're guaranteed, each class also has guaranteed every so many levels they get a high gain of hit points in particular. For black mages, though, it's every 4 or 5, I think. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like for white mage, it's like 3. But yeah, so now we're in multi-hitter heaven here. Gargoyles hit 3 times, and we don't have a lot of armor. You take the armor off your black mage, or your black belt, your monk's armor value is equal to its level. But yeah, we're not terribly interested in fighting dang near anything in here. Everything in here is super dangerous. We are going to stop and grab a couple treasure chests, though, on the way. One, because we need the money, and 2, because one of them is a Phoenix down, which is kind of nice to have at this point. Do you get a safety save here? Yeah.
Yeah, I will be doing a safety save before I open the box.
Right.
And you'll notice we got a preemptive strike there. Did not run away.
It is not a free.
It is not a in this version.
It is not a free run anymore, which is just silly. But yeah, the cottage is going to get converted into money so we could do some things.
We're using the cottage.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Using that cottage.
Oh right, we sell that in GBA because we have tents. Yeah, we use the cottage in this one to reload our magic because it's not MP and we use a lot of it. You'll notice that this is the box that has the crown in it. And if you played any other version of this game, you'll notice that Leggy walked directly onto the tile that normally has the Pisco demons. Rather, oh god, please stop hitting the black mages. Rather than, oh god, please stop hitting the black mages. Right, rather than actually, it's not an encounter on tile anymore. It is now in the actual box. So you know what this means? We cannot grind the same way that we grind in every other version, which is to state doing Evil Eyes, doing, if you're doing NES, old NES routes did Agamas in Volcano. Mostly it's Evil Eyes, pretty much in every other version. But we can't do that. That's out of the question, not allowed. Instead, what we have to do is fight as we go. There's a reason why we're actually fighting everything, and it's because we can't grind otherwise. We're hoping to Thundara this because it's good experience if we get it, but the encounter's not super safe.
I'm saving that Phoenix down for when we get out because I am down to a single potion in my pocket.
Yeah, you've gone through all your resources, basically.
That's how Marsh Cave goes.
But thankfully it auto-saves every floor, so you don't have to like worry about forcibly manually saving. You can just use the auto-saves, which is grand. 12 out of 10. Truly wonderful. But those are the undead packs that have the stun touch, that if they stun the black mage, things can be, to say the least, incredibly bad.
Yeah, every single time the game screen transitions, we get an autosave. Which is one of the primary reasons, like, I feel comfortable submitting this as a marathon run.
Yep.
We're just gonna slam jam that cottage right away.
Whatever it takes to stay alive at this point.
Because we're coming up on Astos.
The kindly old king. We love him. He's never done anything wrong.
Okay, Neon.
What? Can't believe you'd insult me like that. I mean, what?
I view that as one of my highest compliments I've ever given you.
We have weird friends, everybody.
But yeah, no, it's time to talk about one of the other mechanics that this game has going on.
Which one? Oh, this one. So, God, we gotta go back. So, for what we lovingly call simplicity of programming. Back in the day, enemies had spell lists and skill lists. And these were unrandomized and completely deterministic, right? If the first spell in a spell list was, say, I don't know, Blizzara. Not that we're ever going to get hit by that. I mean, not that we'll ever see that. It's fine.
I'm already crying.
I'm dying inside, actually, also for that one. It would use that if it rolled spell, that would be the first thing it did. Guaranteed. Now the enemy can just take from its spell list and pull from it. So this is why Astos gets to use Thundara on turn 2 instead of turn 4 where he normally does, and is pulling out spells that you may not normally see in a playthrough. Astos, of course, is also extremely physically resistant, which is a nuisance. Your black mages are very important to fighting this fight. You could see Astos breaking out Dark. Astos didn't cast Death at all, which is normally his first spell. Sometimes this is great. Like, for example, on Lich, one might not get Blizzard at first. Lich might cast Haste on himself, which is pretty useless. It increases hits from 1 to 2. Right? You may not see some spells come out that are really dangerous from a couple of bosses or a couple of regular enemies. Right? Tiamat may just break out with some horrifying things, though, and it can be really bad. There's a couple of fights that are actually incredibly dangerous now, so...
Did you know that there is a normal enemy that knows Nuke?
Yep. There is exactly one normal enemy that can cast Nuke on you.
And normally it's like...
It is the second spell in there.
7 deep in its script.
Is it like 7 deep? I thought it was only like 2 or 3 deep.
It's definitely not the first one. I'll tell you that.
Let me go look it up.
Anyway, while we have our party members lug, half the team back to Elfland, we're gonna pop in here, heal up, buy our second copy of Thundara.
Yep. FYI, it is the Evil Man, which I believe is the Death Knight in this version. Spell list normally is Expert, Nuke, Blind, Quad X. So it's second slot.
It is second slot.
Yeah, I remembered that. Remember that from all the years of playing Rando.
Yeah, but still might bust out.
Can bust it out immediately too. Can just decide to just crush your party. There is a factor of intelligence in this game that actually works. Every 10 intelligence you have, you get a spell multiplier. So, Flare from the Death Knights does not hit that hard, relatively speaking. It still is a base 130 damage times your multiplier. So it hits for like 260. It's still bad times. And it's wholly unresistible, which we'll talk about much later.
No, Holy's the other one.
I'm leaving. You can commentate this yourself for the next 2 hours. Have fun, I guess.
I mean, I figured you would have known that, being the resident white mage and all.
Blah, blah, blah. Look at what I have to put up with, everybody. Look at it.
I'm not using a webcam.
She is not using a webcam. I am the only person who can go look at you right now if I really wanted to. And continue doing commentary, because I've seen this game so many times, and also I'm on a wireless headset. But I digress. Let's get back to this run. We're back on the ocean. This time, though, we have Thundara for the ocean, which is just like, please give me the biggest experience-laden packs you can. Thanks in advance. We're gonna sweep them up and run away. We're gonna sweep them up and run away with all that beautiful, beautiful experience.
Yeah, especially because we've got a, black mage who is in desperate need of some levels.
Couldn't tell you. I mean, if you took
the other
better
one's
care,
a level 11, which is perfect.
He's amazing, actually, at this point. If you took better care of your black mages, though, they might not have died. Totally RNG, by the way, everybody. There's no chance of you actually, like, taking care of your black mages.
I mean, they're in the back row. That's as good of care as you take in this game.
Yes, they're in the back. There is actually a front row and back row mechanic in this game. Your characters that are in the first slot have a 50% chance of being meleeed. Second slot is 25. Third and fourth are 12.5%. This is going to be something I say again. This is foreshadowing. I am going to bring this up a second time.
I love you.
I love you too. But yeah, so now we're on the fetch quest, which is to state we are running around a fair bit, getting this Jolt tonic so that we can bring it down to the Elf King, who really likes Red Bull. I want a Red Bull. Stealth, can I get a Red Bull?
After commentary, love. But you can't drink it till tomorrow.
Oh, fair. I'd never sleep. But yeah, so we have to run around. We have to get we get the crown to give it to Astos, find out that Astos is actually a terrible, terrible person, who gives us Matoya's crystal ball back. We deliver it to her so that she can see the future or whatever, and she's like, your future is you want to give Red Bull to the Elf King. So now we're going to go deliver the Red Bull to the Elf King, and he's going to be like, I've got this rusty old key that I usually use to open cans. It's not that useful, I promise. It's magical, it opens up doors. But yeah, we're going to go and get the Mystic Key, which lets us go get what is now Nitro Powder. It used to be TNT. To give to the dwarves to let us get out of the Inner Sea. What a long fetch quest this is. You can find all this out by talking to a bunch of NPCs, or like Leggy or I have played this game hundreds of times.
It was actually the NES manual. They went down the details of how to get all the way to Volcano.
Did they really? I have a copy of the NES manual here. I should go look at that.
Yeah.
We're a Final Fantasy household, everybody. But yeah, here we are. The healer wakes up the king. We're gonna get a key.
And we're gonna use that key right away.
We are. Because we need money, because we're still broke.
Correct.
But yeah, we go around the outside here to the Elven Treasury, which has a Mithril Hammer, 1500 gil, and some bronze gloves. The Mithril Hammer's worth 4k when we sell it. That rules. We need that money really badly.
At least Morgan's catching up on HP.
Yeah, he's getting good HP rolls at least. Like, now that he's survived a couple of fights, he's actually getting hit points, which is great. Normally this is a problem.
A few levels to get those level 5 charges, but you know.
We'll get there. It's fine. It's fine. These enemies aren't really worth it anymore anyways.
Yeah, but like, there's a balance between trying to run away and not use your resources and just getting out of the encounter as fast as you can.
Yep, and also the fact that we end up stopping in Corneria anyway, we can hit the inn up here, but we're going to grab a cottage, a saber, a mithril knife, all that's... Cottage is not going to be sold, everything else is. The iron armor we can equip on the fighter for a little bit more durability at this stretch of the game.
And we're also going to slap the saber on there and the bronze gloves we got from the elves.
That is the last pieces of armor we're going to put on the fighter. The fighter's armor day is done. That's it.
Yeah. The fighter needs 0 more equipment in this run.
And you'll be like, wait, really? And we'll be like, oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. There's some tech. Because, you know, it wouldn't be a good Final Fantasy run without some glitches.
It's not even a glitch. It's a weird mechanical choice they made.
It's a glitch. I want to believe.
You know, I will let you hold on to the faith.
Truly important. But we buy a couple Phoenix Downs for safety. We're going to grab some potions. The most important thing we grab, there's a big pile of ethers. It's our first. It is the smallest big pile of ethers we get in terms of the game. It's 15. But it is a start.
And we're also going to grab a small pile of gold needles, you know, just in case. There's some enemies that come up and petrify, but I'm sure they won't be that big of an issue.
Nah, they're fine. They've never petrified anybody that you don't want them to.
Why would I want anyone to be petrified?
I don't know.
You may never know. We'll find out.
Next time. Wait, no.
On Dragon Ball Z!
Thank you for following that one up.
Oh, I got you.
You got me? Glad. I don't have the charisma to pull that one off. I'm sorry.
That's a lie, and you know it.
Look, just when you've done commentary as many times as I have, you do need to, you need to like relax a little bit sometimes.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying you want to, I'm saying you could.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're gonna talk to this dwarf down here, Narek, who speaks Scottish, possibly Gaelic, multilingual, you know, Celtic. I'm not sure. It's like it is definitely a British Isles non-English accent. I have to pinpoint which one it is, or at least, which one they're trying to emulate, but badly.
It's whatever Gimli speaks.
So Dwarven.
Yes.
God, that's so much easier. But yeah, we're gonna loot the joint while we're down here because there's a couple things we want to sell. There's a Dragon Slayer in here, which is an okay sword, which is worth some money. There's a couple of other things that are worth some money and a couple of potions down here, so we're gonna grab that too. Because we're destitute. Because the Warriors of Light are broke at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to buy probably one silver bracelet.
You're right. We probably need to buy a silver bracelet, but I don't think we'll have enough money for it.
Are we gonna keep the Dragon Slayer, or are we gonna sell it?
Oh god, we do not put any more equipment on the fighter. We've been over this, love.
Right, so that Mithril Mail, garbage. Sword, garbage.
Vendor trash. Oh baby, it's vendor trash.
Yeah, you generally speaking, in this stretch of the game, you have options to kind of buy two different things in Melmond. Your choices are, you can buy level 5 attack magic. You can buy Firaga, which is super good, but we're not going to have a ton of charges of it for a hot minute. Or we can buy the cheaper and much more defensively oriented silver bracelets, which are fairly good armor for our black mages. However, they only have a 12.5% chance of getting meleeed, so guess what we're gonna do?
We're gonna buy the spells that make the dudes fall down.
Gods, are we still making 8-bit theater references here in the year of our Luigi 2022?
Yes!
It is a Final Fantasy speedrun, we can't help ourselves.
It's not even just a Final Fantasy speedrun, it's a Final Fantasy 1 speedrun.
We're gonna cast the spells that make the people fall down.
Oh. Okay, never mind. I am gonna buy a silver bracelet.
Oh, life is good. We're loving life right now. 13 grand. We're not destitute. We're not even close to destitute. What's the opposite of destitute? That's what we are right now.
Not gonna be that for much longer.
We're
You
wealthy.
remember how you were talking about fire?
We're rich and wealthy beyond the dreams of avarice at this point. How much does Fire Auger cost? It can't cost that much. Oh, $4,000 a piece. Never mind. We're broke again.
Such is the life of the common adventurer.
Is that another 8-bit theater reference?
No.
Thank God.
It might be. If it is, I apologize.
You do not.
It was just something I said. It was not intended to be a reference.
It's probably not, actually. Being terrible.
Anyway, welcome to Earth.
Welcome
That was
to...
an Independence Day reference.
Would you like to continue referring to the early 2000s? Like, are we
No.
done?
Would I
we
like to continue? Yes. Will I continue? Maybe.
We love the double Minotaur fight. It is good experience and fairly easy to kill. And they hit a little hard, but not badly so. But as you can see, they're worth about just under 500 experience and 500 gold apiece. Fighting a few of those on the way in and out will be much less destitute again. Right, we'll even move up to base Thunder here to save charges because we can reload them with ethers pretty quickly.
Yeah, plus, that black belt is a very punchy friend at this point.
That black belt is starting to flex as they move up to 4 hits. We're gonna go this way. I believe this is the way that skips the Coral Saber.
Correct.
If you're feeling really broke, you can go get the Coral Saber. It's another 4,000 gold sword, but once you're done with Earth Cave, that is very strictly unnecessary because a lot of these encounters are worth a lot of money. Giants are worth not like 850 a pop, 500 a pop from Minotaurs. Undead packs are terrible, but that's the life we're living here. There's a chest that we're gonna grab along the way as well that has a fair bit of money in it, so. Yeah, we're gonna bulk up a little bit on cash here. We should leave here with a solid 5 digits. This is the rare encounter in old versions. Ochre jellies, they're weak to fire. This in the original game was the highest rarity slot of encounters. It's also not worth fighting in the slightest, but
I need all the XP I can get at this point.
yeah. Oh, your bottom black mage got a high level up too for hit points. Got like 25. Woo! 132, Stella. One more good level up, and you know what that means.
I'm going to do a quick save here just to be safe.
Yep. The reason that we need a whole bunch of levels, by the way, is that, alright, we're not going to do the fake out vampire thing, because, that's hackneyed at this point in time. We've all seen it before. Lich the Bottom dies to 6 Fyraga casts. Here's the thing. We have to have 6 Fyraga casts, which means our black mages need to be level 14.
Now, you may be asking yourself, wait, why cast Fyraga? Don't you have some perfectly good melee fighters here?
They suck and we hate them. Actually, we do have perfectly good melee fighters, and we are going to use them in the fight. They're going to be incredibly useful and important in the fight.
Ah, here we go!
Wait, did you find birds?
Caw-caw.
I mean, why aren't you killing them? You could kill these real easy.
Yeah, but, honestly, my hands are tired. I want a bit of a break.
Why do you want a break? Great, now your black belt is petrified. What are you doing?
It's fine, it's fine.
This isn't fine. This is bad.
Yeah, no, actually, that is kind of annoying. I wanted that fighter to be petrified as well.
Yeah, so you can kind of sneak. You could kind of, if you were paying attention there, and it might have slipped by you, which I wouldn't blame you if it did.
It is
The black belt had the bird attack it after it was petrified. Here's the thing. Petrified characters in this version still exist. They're not dead. This is
you can't take any damage,
but they're not dead. So that black belt still has a 25% chance of being attacked. This is great! Because if something attacks the stone statue, guess what happens? Nothing! Absolutely zero. This, of course, is very important, and this is the bug or glitch or intended mechanic that we are going to abuse for most of the game. In fact, once the fighter is petrified, day's done. Just retire him. Put him on the bench.
Yeah, fighter needs to be a tank? Well,
we're going to make him the best tank of all time. He is going to be the invincible... He is going to be the great invincible warrior. Capable of destroying all of our foes. Also, he's going to be a brick. Oh, good encounter, though. Good experience encounter. Try Ogre Chief. We need all of this, too.
Yeah. It is also worth noting, in case it wasn't clear. I don't know if y'all are noticing, but when we get to the level up screen, that monk, that petrified monk, still gets XP.
It's a nuisance. Nothing's perfect in this life, of course, but actually it's real important that he's still getting experience as well. Because we can leave him petrified. We're going to leave him petrified, not for the whole game, because, we're going to need him later, but he's going to be a rock for... until Tiamat 1, I believe?
Some people think you should unpetrify him for Carry 1.
That's fair. But for Lich and Kraken, he is definitely going to be a brick. There is an argument for using him for Carry 1 because we don't have a big efficient spell for Carry because we can't get Blizzaga at that point. Blizzara is kind of garbage and doesn't get hard enough.
If you don't unpetrify, you use Blizzaga.
Yeah.
You get Blizzaga before you go into Sea Shrine.
That's right, because you don't need to promote for it. Please petrify the fighter. Please turn the fighter into a rock. But yeah, we're just going to defend until things happen.
This is also why we buy the gold needles.
Because, yeah, petrified black mages are useless.
Oh, okay.
What's up? Oh, that's bad. This is now bad.
That...
We have to go back through everything.
That has literally never happened before.
At least to you. It has happened to other runners, of course,
Yes. I'm not the only runner of this.
But yes, that can happen where the wrong characters get petrified and then you don't kill the birds because you're trying to leave as many of them alive as you can because it's a little more efficient for trying to get petrified. Needless to say, bad times abound sometimes. Now we're here. Again.
Yeah. Have to re-kill the vampire, unfortunately. This is rapidly going off the rails.
It's fine. It's a marathon run. Things go wrong in marathon runs.
Yo, fair.
How far ahead were we?
What's the timer at?
We're at 46:39 right now.
Oh yeah, no, we're not ahead.
Yeah, you're way behind PB Pays. This is not going well. It happens though. The game, the RNG in this run is it's an RPG speedrun. Like the RNG is sometimes gonna give you the business end of the business, and you have to sort of make your peace with that, right? There's two speedrun setups. There's two speedrun games that are just notorious for it. Final Fantasy series is pretty bad about it in a lot of places, and Pokemon speedrunning. Hey, Leggy, what do you speedrun most?
Look, have I described my speedrun tastes as too much RNG? Maybe a little. Are you kidding me right now?
You thought
Are
Marathon
you
Luck was
kidding
like,
me right now?
is Vampire paralyzing your party? Oh no, Vampire
Including
stop.
including the only Black Mage that had Firaga. Because I got the XP after my quick save.
This is so bad. I'm so sorry. This is just really rough.
Yeah, no, this is... I will be honest, I did not know it was possible to have Marsh Cave go this badly.
We're thankfully in Earth Cave, but yeah. Marsh Cave, Earth Cave.
Okay, you know what? In my defense, I'm used to Marsh Cave going this badly.
You are used to resetting all your runs in Marsh Cave, yes.
Okay, we found more birds. Maybe we'll get the good RNG.
And we'll save the game after the birds give us the good RNG. Everything.
There we go, that's exactly what we want to have happen.
That's optimal. Look at that. That's how it should be every time. Now we're gonna kill these stupid birds. And we're gonna safety save. We are gonna safety save,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah, no, like... At this point, I don't trust this game as far as I can throw it. Which, admittedly, I'm not sure how you throw software.
Good question.
Because I bought this on Steam.
Yep. Needless to say.
Okay. Yes, so those wipes earlier were RNG manipulation to get the party petrified correctly. Thank you for reminding me, Chad. We should have gone over this, love.
My bad. That's on me. I'm gonna take the hit for that one. I'm sorry.
No worries. So yeah, we got a rock.
Lobster?
We got a roll.
But yeah, we get the sand ruby here. Which we're going to need because it is a delicious, delicious meal for one very specific friend of the family.
Rosa?
Different friend of the family. But yeah, as you can see, the fighters are now just tanking these hits that normally would just crush through our black mages, which is grand.
Like that!
Did I just say something and get your black mage crushed? But Berserk now, you can encounter land lobsters. They're not as good, let's be clear. But you sure can encounter them.
Yeah, at this point, we don't even need to worry about being on PV pace. We can just sit back and enjoy the, Mr. RNG's wild ride.
The horrors of war? The horrors of...
The gargoyles, still hitting like trucks.
Yep. That is the problem with not having armor, is that you can get trucked pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to have armor? Yeah. Is it a dangerous place to be without armor? Also, yes.
Yeah, still trying to pick up XP as we go. Reminder that the magic level we're trying to hit before Lich is 15 on both of these Black Mages.
Little ways to go yet, but we're gonna pop. We're probably gonna pop a. We still have a one cottage, right?
We've got enough camping gear.
We're gonna do some camping later.
There, of course, is one encounter here that we are desperately hoping for, and desperately hoping drops an item.
Wait, which one is that?
That would be the Lesser Tiger.
Oh, right. Lesser Tiger drops a thing that you normally couldn't get in other Final Fantasy games. It drops a very singular X potion.
Which...
We want it. We need it for the end game.
Because actually, compared to, say, PSP or GBA, there's something we didn't do in this version.
Manipulate a safe way to finish the game.
Look. You'll notice we walked out of Earth Cave.
Yep. No 15 puzzle. That's right. Ria's right. There's no 15 puzzle. There's no way to farm gold or items.
Yeah, so the 15 puzzle is still in the game. You access it the same way that you access it in every other version of FF1, by holding A and mashing B, or vice versa. I honestly forget which. However, unlike... It does not give you 100 gold like it did in the original. It does not give you the wild array of item drops that it does in GBA or PSP. Love, what does the 15 puzzle give you in this game?
It gives you a really neat glitch that we're not going to show off, but otherwise nothing.
Yes. For the purposes of this, it gives you Jack, Diddly, and Squat. Which is annoying. Because, also most of the items that we want from the 15 puzzle in GBA and PSP don't exist in this version, including emergency exits. But now that we've fed the Titan, we wander over to this cave, talk to Sarda, who's like, "Oh ho! That vampire you defeated was not the true Fiend of Earth!" I at least assume that's what he sounds like. And so we get the Earth Rod, which we're going to use to dive back into Earth Cave. We have to go through those top 3 floors, up and down and up. Actually, no, wait, it's the other way around. Down, then up, then down. Luckily, it's the only real dungeon we actually have to backtrack on, and ooh, here are those tigers I was talking about. Come on, big money, no whammies. Yo! That's an X potion. That's actually a really good pickup. We won't be using that until it's time to kill Chaos. But actually, I'm going to say that the resets we had earlier were the manipulation for that X potion, because those are a 1% drop. 1%! But here's that cottage we were talking about. So let's hop on back in. We bought about 25 potions, we bought 15 ethers, and we used more of those resources that I wanted to on the first dive down here. You usually wind up using a lot more potions on the first dive because, you're not just having your statues tank things. And there's a weird balance of how you want to use your ethers, because a lot of the times when you're running here on the first dive, you don't have Firaga charges yet. So you want to, like, hold on to them, but you also need to make sure you have enough Thundara charges to get through things. There's some tension there. But at this point, basically, I want to try and make it down to the bottom by using as few Firagas as possible to save as many ethers as possible. Because while we're going to stock up on some supplies in the next town we visit to, we are also going to be picking up another big spell there, and so we don't want to waste too much money buying consumables that we don't have to. But, you know, gotta do what we gotta do to get through. And if we see, like, a big pack of trolls and minotaurs, you know, that's just really good XP. That's definitely worth the Firaga charge. And if we start running low on Thundaras, we'll probably switch over to Firagas, use one to free up space to ether and get 2 charges back. So now that we're down in the back behind the vampire's room, there is that stone plate here in the back of the room. We've got the Sage's crowbar. That's right. It's Half-Life time.
Wait, we're not gonna... We have the inanimate carbon rod, right?
Yeah.
The most powerful item of them all.
We're going, you know, Gordon Freeman on everyone.
So wait, which of the party members is the scientist?
Given the high intelligence of Black Mages, I was going to assume.
That's fair.
Yeah, probably gonna spend a Firaga charge here to free up room to heal up.
Yep. Firaga is also guaranteed to kill the Wraiths, which is nice.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we do need to get one more level on that upper Black Mage.
Oh, thank goodness this is a preemptive, but this is not a... This encounter is normally not fun, because...
Yes.
9 chances to get paralyzed is pretty bad.
Yeah. Also, Love, when I opened up my inventory last, did you see it?
I heard... I had my headphones on, I was just stepped away. I heard it. 1%, huh?
1%.
You got all that great luck early in the run, and then all of a sudden it's like... Yeah, 1%.
I still need one more level.
This is not the encounter you're going to get it on. Tarantulas are pretty garbage.
We're very close.
Mummies are good.
There we go. So, actually, HP totals are looking real good.
Oh god, yeah, no, this is some of the best HP totals you've seen before, but yes, you've also, you know, leveled up. We've also kind of ground a lot more than usual.
Yeah, we're right on level.
It feels like we've ground so much. I guess we've just gotten lucky on this front.
Well, that's because we had the 2 resets.
Oh, right. Right, I forgot about those. I was trying to forget about those.
Anyway, it's Lich time.
Normally, we'd be worried about Lich just ending our run here with Blizzara, because normally that's the thing that he casts first. Good news, everybody. He might not do that, but we do need to get off 6 Firagas here. You know, never mind.
I mean, you were saying.
I hate life and everything about it. Yeah, Lich can still do that. But yes, we still need to get off 6 Fyragas and maybe a Thundara? 3. Well, GG, I guess.
That's Lich for you, baby!
Yeah, Lich decides to break out the sweet magic, and it's just bad times for everybody involved. I mean, everybody. I basically just mean you.
We get hit by 2 AoEs.
Fight's over. Doesn't matter how much work you've done.
Yep. Does not matter which AoEs.
Nope, they all hit for about 100. Fyra hits for 100, and Blizzara hits for like 140. Lich, please stop. Please stop. You know Slowra. Cast Slowra.
Just melee the fighter.
Just melee the black
You love
belt.
playing melee the fighter. 2!
God, it's cold in here. Why is it so cold in here all of a sudden?
It's the chill of the grave?
Yeah, it's fair. Why is it all sorts of cold in here all of a sudden?
Yeah, this is just an RNG slugfest, you know. There is one bit of RNG that could actually help us here, and that's if we were talking about intelligence and hitting intelligence thresholds to get additional spell power. It is possible for level 15 Black Mage to get enough intelligence boosts that you are casting on the next threshold.
Yeah, so you're casting 270-ish damage Fyragas instead of 180 to 190. Slow is great. Slow doesn't kill anybody. Slow just reduces your melee strength, which to 1 hit, which for Black Mages, they're very bad at swinging weapons.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if a Black Mage does not get the intelligence up, Lich takes 6 Fyragas and 1 Thundara.
So 4 turns.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be like, 4 turns? That doesn't seem so bad. And as you can see, we wiped twice on Lich, so, you know.
Yep.
Yep, we love this fight.
Love is a strong word. We endure this fight, is what I would say.
We live on. we do the best we can with what we've got.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're out. We're free. Note that all bosses, all the 4 big bosses, the Fiends, the Elements, they have a teleporter behind their room. So you can just use that to escape for free. Thank goodness. Because we don't have to walk out of Earth Cave again. Could you imagine?
I would never play this game.
You would have never speedrun this game. You'd be like, heck yeah, PSP, let's roll for emergency exits, baby. Let's go. Let's go emergency exit.
Love the exits.
let's go emergency exit. Love the emergency exit.
Gosh. I cannot afford another silver armlet yet.
Nope.
Don't worry, we'll be back.
I can't believe that we've moved into the Let's Go Mets meme.
Look, we just gotta keep cycling through things.
you know? Keep them rolling.
Gotta keep it snappy, gotta keep chat on their toes, you know. We don't want them to know what meme we're gonna roll into next. Among Us.
Nope. Nope, we're not going there.
Anyway, we're gonna sail across the ocean. Go hang out with the old dudes doing yoga in the park.
Yeah, and we're not gonna fight anything anymore because these encounters now are just way below our needs, basically.
Yeah, I am throwing out the Thundara, not because I really care to kill the encounter, but mostly because if I fail to run away, Thundara means that I don't have to sit through more than one fight.
Yep.
And that is all that matters at this point.
Yeah, we're gonna end up at Crescent Lake anyways, so we'll be fine.
Yeah. Like, especially with the money from these guys.
Yeah, thankfully this is an encounter out here. We're gonna abuse that for the dollars.
The money dollars.
We need that cash money here, because we're destitute again. Whoever thought they could make a living adventuring?
I mean, you can. It's just, rough.
Do you know how much magical items cost on the open market?
Yes, I've seen how much you can sell them for.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair. You're gonna get that wizard rod and be like, 40k? Heck yes.
I will take the 40k.
I don't need this stupid thing. Just give me the money, honey. Let's go.
Alright, so we're here. We're gonna sell off all that rusty gear the fighter had.
Who no longer needs it.
We're good there. That should be good.
The fighter who is now carved from marble. Literally.
That. Cool, let's get out of here. So, I was being very careful with my shopping because I need 13k a pop to teach Thundara.
Yep. 26 large.
So I have to make sure that when I'm buying my consumables, I do not spend outside my means. Because have you tried to canoe on a river without the ability to blast your enemies with the lightning of the gods? It does not end well.
We do love the lightning of the gods, though. Especially because one of the things that all of the remakes do is they actually give you the quote-unquote wrong encounter table on the rivers. Normally the river encounter tables are supposed to be a little bit easier, but we can get red Caribs, white gators, there's white gators and red piranhas Caribs. And so yeah, sometimes they show up here and it's actually terrifying.
Also, my bottom black mage has the int threshold met.
Go team!
I can tell because that encounter perished in a single cast.
Yay! Black mages! They're the best! Let's go, black mages! Love the black mages! Hit a home run with Thundaga, I guess.
Oh no, I was just thinking about the band.
But yeah, we're gonna take this canoe over to Ice Cave, and in Ice Cave what we're gonna do is we're gonna, you know...
Try not to die.
Try not... like everywhere else in this game.
If I were an adventure exploring the ice cave, I would simply not freeze to death.
I would simply not die.
But yeah, ice cave. It's yet another terrible cave in this game.
Yeah, we have more spell charges, thankfully, but the undead, still here. Enemies with sweet magic, they're here. Dark Wizards are able to cast Big Sweet Magic and ruin the party's day. Doesn't hit very hard. Their Fire Rock has only hit for like 100, but still, 2 of them and you're toast. Pisco Demons are back again. Interestingly enough, you'll see that Flee is queued up and you can run from them. If
Yeah,
Go ahead.
They completely changed how runnable encounters work in this game.
You can run from anything except for bosses. Anything.
If it sucks, hit the bricks.
If it sucks, the bricks. But yeah, Ice Cave is pretty lethal, honestly, all things considered. We really didn't want that Frost Giant to run away, though. We wanted it to hang out and die.
Correct.
That one in particular was a pretty good experience, honestly. The wolves are not. We don't really care about them. But yeah, we're not taking these boxes. We don't need them. The only thing we want is that floater rock in the middle, which gives us access to an airship.
For safety purposes and honestly just pure routing purposes, we are going to grab a few more boxes of just pure cash.
Are we still destitute?
I mean, we have 14k, but that and a quarter will get you, like, I don't know, standing in.
Millennial light warriors eating avocado toast on the road, I guess. I don't know. It's delicious. We're just broke. Like, that's the big thing about this particular speedrun is that part of what is routed is the money, because it's really easy to be broke. Also, Spectres do actually hit respectably hard and are actually kind of dangerous because of it. We did buy an extra couple of Phoenix Downs, but, you know, times are tough for travelers.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to stop over here, though. Hey, a Greater Pede, or Remoraz in this version. These are worth pretty good experience, right? Yeah, 2,200.
Yeah, so there is a solid Thundong to the face.
But yes, Dark Wizards are very capable of just blasting your party to pieces.
You know, they look at what you're doing and go, "Hi, you are like a tiny child, watch this."
They're like spell charges. Spell charges are for young mages. I will cast infinitely.
Charges? I hardly arges. I don't know.
Nice try though. 10 out of 10 for effort. But yeah, so we're gonna traverse this. We're gonna stop and grab the last chest down here. I think it's another 10k chest.
Oh, we're gonna skip that one.
Oh, we skip this one now? Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah. We are gonna grab the ice shield, which is a nice shield money-wise.
We're gonna sell it.
Yeah. We've already taken all of the gear off the fighter. He's as naked as the monk right now.
You wouldn't know it though, because carved from marble. We could leave him in a museum after the run is over. Oh, I forgot there's 10 large. There's the 9,500 chest here, right? So yeah, this is normally your grind fight. We normally kill this thing an awful lot in most Final Fantasy 1 speedruns here. We do not get that luxury. It does not respawn. When you talk to the floater stone, it attacks you, and now it is gone.
This guy's back, though, but these represent, some of the less exciting encounter tiles. And in fact, the Hall of Giants in the Earth Cave is represented by 2 of these guys wandering around.
Yep, you can talk to them. They'll fight
They
you.
will punch you.
They will, like any good enemy, fight you.
Just go up and be like, fight me. He'll be like, okay.
You'll be like, wait, what? Be like, yeah, you said fight me.
But yeah, all things considered, I'm very happy with how Ice Cave has gone up to this point. And because I have just said that, I'm quick saving.
Things are going too well, we're gonna save. But yeah, we had to loop back through, which is fine. It's not that hard.
Yeah. You know, Ice Cave actually has one of the most interesting, like, map layouts in FF1.
The nice thing, though, is that this staircase is an exit.
Yeah, it takes us all the way outside. I'm gonna quick save because I'm a coward.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. The river's still pretty dangerous. And since you're
Like-
outside, not a lot of auto saves out here.
Yeah. If either Black Mage gets meleeed twice on the river, they're dead.
Yup.
But on the other hand, at least the river encounters are worth a decent amount of XP.
Yeah, the nice thing about having the harder set of encounters here is that you can get a lot of experience in gold here now.
Mm-hmm. And now, like, even the Black Mage who is super behind on everything is in the low 20s.
Yeah, everyone's in fine shape for experience now.
Yeah. Now the next number we need to pay attention to is that monk's HP total.
252 is low.
Yeah. Luckily, we got plenty of time to get it up to where we need it to be. But yeah, 252 ain't great.
The magic number is, like, preferably well above 400, but 400's like the dead minimum.
Honestly,
I've seen you finish runs at less than 400, and it's not fun.
350 is possible.
It's not fun. I didn't say it was not possible. I just said it was not fun.
Like, the perfect number is 399.
Perfect number is 399. But we're going to hope to be above that number.
Correct. To answer the question in chat, yes.
Yes. Dear chat, the answer is yes, they are bricks.
Do you want to explain how that works?
Yes.
In case people have just tuned in.
Yep, so our fighter and our black belt are petrified and gaining experience points, interestingly enough, because they still exist for being attacked. And the fighter has a 50% chance of being attacked, the black belt has a 25% chance because of the slots that they're in the lineup. So basically, we are annulling 75% of melee attacks on the party forever, or at least until we need the black belt for punching things.
In particular, this is a quirk of the Pixel Remaster engine.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
We got two copies of Temper, which is the second most important spell in the game.
Yep. I mean, I use the word bug for it. You know, it's certainly a mechanic.
I'm going to take the inn here because it's still cheaper than a tent.
We love inns.
And then we're going to go loot some boxes that I don't see anyone going for in any other version of this game.
Wait, which ones are those?
Welcome to the Dragon Caves.
We leave these in rando. Does that count?
No.
Mer.
But yeah, a bunch of money and another X potion.
Yeah, so we have 2 X potions now. There's an ether we can grab as well in the end game if we really want to.
There is an elixir in the end game that we are going to be grabbing. If we hadn't gotten an X potion drop, we would have also grabbed another elixir in one of the other dragon caves.
Yep. But there is one in the final dungeon that we're going to grab on the way, because 3 is safer than 2.
I honestly contemplated going and getting all 4. Just because I would like to be able to kill Chaos.
I too would like to be able to kill Chaos.
I'm here to kill Chaos. Yeah, welcome to Waterfall.
Home of more birds.
And mummies. And horses for some reason?
And horses.
I believe that was just a feature of... That was a feature of the original NES game that got carried over into future ones.
Yep.
I forget how it was documented in... Sorry?
I don't know, but it's in the code.
Yeah. I know that, you know, the NES version of FF1 has an incredible mechanics and algorithms breakdown on game FAQs. I doubt that is the origin of a lot of the knowledge about this game. But that was always an intended mechanic from day one with FF1. Before we do anything else, gotta put a ribbon on.
The ribbon's the most important thing in the game for us at this point.
Yes.
The ribbon's a helmet with 1 armor. Be like, that's bad. However,
Yeah,
it gives
it's like, how much does an iron helm have?
like 8.
Yeah. So, like, 1? That doesn't seem too good.
However, it does give us resistance from every elemental effect in the game. So all magics now do, except for a couple of exceptions, one of which of course is Blair. They do half damage. Status effects. Say, for example, our favorite status effect of like, you know, death or stun or, you know, any of those. They don't work anymore. They've just ceased to work.
Yeah, there are 3 ribbons in the game, and that number is one of the main reasons, in fact, that that fighter is never going to see the light of day through his stony eyes again. I mean, what?
Be nice. That fighter's just doing his best. It's not very good. His best is very bad.
Do ribbons help you protect against status touches? I believe that works in this version. 2 Pixel Remaster might be different. I don't know that much about FF2 in general.
I think it's fixed for this version for Pixel 1.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
You can see the Black Mage with the ribbon took 6 damage, compared to the one without it taking 12.
Yeah, for this amount of damage, it's not very important, but it matters a lot more later.
It's a good demonstration. Anyway, we're going to buy some things that didn't exist in the original. But that will be very useful later on.
But yeah, we need drinks. Right? Speed drinks give us hit rate, essentially letting our black belt hit more often. Giant's tonics give 200 maximum hit points apiece. And of course, the cap in the game is $9.99.
Yeah, sadly only triple nines. More than enough. Some of those. I don't know, a few more of those. Get like a bunch of those. Bunch of those. Bunch of those. Cap out of regular potions. Turn the rest into high potions. Let's go. We're basically full on consumables for the rest of the game.
Gonna spend that cash.
Can't take it with you.
I mean, we're also just very desperate for equipment, so...
Yeah. Like, we bought the 3 pro rings, which are, you know, the best piece of glove armor our mages can wear.
Yep, they've got 8 defense each, and that's actually very good.
Mm-hmm. I bought some cottages, which will be useful for just making sure we're all topped off. We are never staying at an inn again.
Nope.
Actually, no, that's a lie. We're staying at an inn once more, just because it's convenient and on the way.
But yeah,
because I make particular routing choices.
But yeah, we went to Waterfall. We talked to a robot. We got a cube. We made a couple flight stops. We got Oxyale. Oxyale's important. We need it to breathe underwater.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to breathe underwater. It's time for the Shrine of the Sea.
Under the sea, under the sea. Wait, no, sorry, this isn't Kingdom Hearts. We're not doing Disney songs.
There's so
Luckily, in this version, the dialogue to go into the barrel defaults to yes.
It's PSP where it defaults to no, and it annoys me every time.
Correct. It is the literal worst.
The actual worst. The game's completely unplayable because of it.
Alright, that speedrun is rough for other reasons, love.
I mean, new routes and everything, but yes. But yeah, Sea Shrine, Thundaga, gonna get a workout down here, because it's gonna be used to crush through most of our problems.
Tappy.
Except for ghosts. Ghosts in particular are, Ghosts are in particular the enemy that died of fire in here.
There's one other enemy pack that will not be getting Thundaga no matter what I do.
Water elementals.
Because those die to ice. Annoyingly, white sharks take 2 hits.
Yep.
So honestly, it's worth. Unlike other versions of this game, it's worth running from.
If they come with the deep eyes, you consider fighting them because the deep eyes are worth an absolute big pile of experience points, though.
Speaking of the devil,
An absolute pile of experience points. $6,000 experience points for that fight.
grab the diamond armlet.
Yep. The best possible armor for black mages.
And black belts.
And black belts. We're going to use it on a black belt and not a black mage later, but you know, for now.
No, honestly, I'm just going to do it right now so I don't run into
Forget.
issues.
With dying?
Well, no, the issue is, like, I always want to equip using the optimize button. I have no hats in my inventory. And so if I put off equipping it until I get the ribbon, I will either put the diamond armlet on the black mage that I want to wear the ribbon, or the ribbon on the monk that I want to wear the diamond armlet. We'll be getting another ribbon for the monk in a little bit. Don't worry about it.
Yep. There are 3 ribbons in the game. This is number 2. Number 3 is a little later. Don't worry, we're gonna get it. We don't forget it.
Yeah. But unfortunately, there's no good way to just, like, not do that equip there while still making sure you hit the optimize button on everything.
Yep.
Also, this split here is where my PB goes so hard that I've forgotten how I actually try and save time.
This part of the run goes so hard, I didn't know it could go any harder.
Correct. You know, like, I don't understand. My split here is basically unbeatable at this point. I must have just gotten, like, 0 random encounters or something.
Or at least random encounters that you already lined up for casting spells on correctly and stuff.
Yep. That's one of the neat things about FF1 in general. There's just a lot of little micro-optimizations that, if RNG cooperates, you can pull off. Thank you. Like, you know, actually running away from the shark first try. But yeah, we've got our Thundaga charges for Lich.
Or Kraken.
Yeah. Fiend.
Squid.
Big scary boss at end of dungeon.
Lobsters! Why are you killing them?
I invite you to look at my Black Mage's hit points.
One's doing great.
Yeah, the other one's not doing so hot.
Yeah, the other one's having a bad day.
But we're gonna pick up the most important item in the game here.
Power gauntlets. Well, giant gloves.
It's so bad.
It's not that bad.
It's actually quite excellent.
They're fantastic, to be honest.
You know, they're a piece of armor. We could have the fighter equip them.
Nope, that's not what we're going to use with them. What they do is they cast the spell Saber, which is normally a black mage only spell that they cast on themselves to buff their physical hitting power. Not that we really care
right?
not that we really care about a black mage just hitting anything, you know. Obviously, it's based on a D&D spell. But what do we care?
Look, if they wanted to make good buff spells, they should have given them to the white mage. I play D&D. I know what clerics can do.
I've made friends with the cleric because my life depends upon it. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, no, this game is 100% unlicensed AD&D. Have you seen the original art for the Evil Eye?
Yeah, for the retranslation of it, they actually had to translate some enemies differently for the NES version to avoid running aground of TSR, interestingly enough. That's why in this version you see Mind Flayers. They were Pisco Demons and Mind Flayers. They were originally wizards and sorcerers. Dark Wizard was one I think they had to translate for space purposes because it's shorter in Japanese. But yeah, there's a few others as well.
But yeah, no, like the Evil Eye was originally Beholder.
The boss of Volcano is Carrie in the English translation because Marilith was not able to be used. Not just, of course, for length purposes, but also for...
But also for lawyer reasons.
Also for lawyer reasons.
Yeah. We are going to be safety saving here. Because Kraken likes to give out hugs.
Happy hugs! It's hugs time!
You might be like, oh, that sounds great. I love hugs.
I too
and
love
then you
hugs.
realize it's a giant squid, and that when I say hugs, I mean 8 melee attacks for
Your entire,
your entire HP pool.
Your entire health bar and then some.
Luckily, we have 2 statues that will tank most of it, if we're lucky.
I believe in your statues.
I believe in my Thundaga charges.
Yeah, I mean, we're letting them rip for 300. Look at that black belt taking that hit like a boss. Like a champ. Serving the true purpose. Which is to say, protecting your party from the one thing that can ruin your day.
These Kraken can ruin it.
And now that our day is not ruined, let us light an orb. Or a crystal, I guess, in this version.
Yeah. There's still orbs in my heart.
They're round and orbish in my heart.
They're round and shaped like a friend. In my heart.
I love things that are shaped like friends.
I love you.
Arr.
Anyway, we're gonna take the slab we found in a box at Sea Shrine and come back here. And we're actually gonna pick up that final silver armlet we were putting off from earlier.
Yeah, just to have it for safety's sake. Gold armlets are too expensive and out of the way.
Yeah, like... It was either buy a gold armlet or buy a whole bunch of consumable items, and I really needed the consumables.
You really need the consumables. They are way more important.
Anyway, we're going to slap that on right now. Get out of here as Dr. Une teaches us the long-lost language of the Lufinians.
In 3
which
minutes.
Just sounds like Lupa. Lupa Lupa. I think it's a precursor to the Moogle language, but that's just me. We're coming back to Elfland because currently we have one spell per level right now for levels 1 through 7, except one.
Level 4.
We're going to buy the single most powerful spell in this video game.
It's haste.
Love, do you want to explain what haste does?
It maintains the tradition of haste either being the greatest spell in the game or the absolute worst spell in the game, as it has
It
been
established the tradition.
Well, it established the tradition that it was great. Final Fantasy IV established the tradition that it was garbage. But in the NES Final Fantasy games, all of them, in fact, because it's not ATB, what haste does is that it doubles your number of attacking hits. So if you normally, with your black belt, would attack 8 times, now your black belt attacks 16 times. It's twice as fast and twice as efficient. So
and
yes,
all those hits do the standard amount of damage a single hit would do.
But yes. Double that damage.
Let's go, baby. Love the damage.
I do love the damage.
Now we're going to quote the speedrunning guide for FF1 GBA. Try to be the world's worst The Floor is Lava player. Because damage tiles. They do a point of damage to you every time you step on them, but you can't get an enemy encounter.
It used to be that your threat didn't go up either, so you not only could not get an encounter, but it let your threat stay low. So Perfect Volcano in PSP is 1 encounter. I don't think there's a way to get 0 unless... You might be able to get 0 if you're incredibly lucky, but I doubt it very highly. But the idea is that you do gain threat now, so when you come off the lava, you'll get encounters. But on the flip side of the coin, it does greatly decrease the amount of encounters you get overall if your walking is good.
Mm-hmm. My walking is okay.
I mean, the walking on PSP or on Pixel Remaster in particular is a little weird because of diagonal walk too, which is a thing that is in no other version of this game.
Good shoutouts to the Agama room right up there.
Yo, shoutouts to Agama.
You got any facts for the road?
Yo, Agama fact. Agama are actual lizards that are real and exist in this world, but we still like memeing on them because we love them. Agama fact. Agamas do not actually breathe fire, unfortunately, because they would be too cool otherwise.
I'm not sure what you mean by that question.
Agama fact. Marilith is not an Agama.
She is Sneck.
She's Sneck Lady. She's Sneck Demon. Who can also hit 6 times and beat up your black mages pretty badly. They also cast Hold, but we have 2 ribbons now, so the paralysis will never stick. Half a dozen casts of this and we're out of here. Or is it 5, I think. But 3 turns and we're done.
If you high roll, it's 6.
Your high rolling is very bad today. One thunderbolt, and now we're out of here.
Honestly, I forget how magic defense growth works in later versions of FF1. I know how it works very, very deeply in the NES version from my days playing the randomizer.
Yep.
But honestly, it's not something I really think about in later versions. And everyone loves the Peninsula of Power.
Rest in peace, Peninsula of Power. You will be missed.
They actually removed it from this game. They moved the encounter tables around specifically, and it's very obvious from what they did to eliminate the Peninsula of Power.
Will be missed.
That's the last town we're going into.
Yep, and now we've got the Chime to go with our interdimensional hypercube.
Hey, love?
Yes.
Out of curiosity, what's my timer at?
1 hour, 49 minutes, and 5 seconds.
Alright. Get a little spicy.
But yeah, we're gonna go into Sky Tower here. So, originally the Sky Tower was actually intended to be in space. Later versions of it have put it literally just above the clouds. And then Strangers in Paradise did it right. They put the Sky Tower back. They put the Sky Tower back in space.
Back in the one place that has not been corrupted by capitalism.
I should have known you were gonna go for that one. My bad.
The random pixel remaster? Yeah, I hear the pixel remaster randomizer is actually quite good.
Wonder who develops it. I heard it's some person named Leggystarscream.
Never heard of her.
Never, couldn't tell you.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Never even heard of her. We're getting punchy. It's been 2 hours. This is about where I start losing focus on commentary, unfortunately. It's a little hard. But yeah, we're going to sweep some enemies here. Again, we're trying to build a hit point pool on our black belt, and we're trying to build a bit of a hit point pool on our black mages because you want it for the end game. Here's the blue dragon encounter, which blue dragons, of course, are weak to ice. Not thunder, though.
And sadly, I forgot I ran out of blizzard charges because, again, you know... Wait, that wasn't actually the worst encounter. That was just a random.
Really? Might as well crack some ethers, I guess.
Amazing game.
GG, I guess.
This game likes to have fun here.
Let's get those experience points, gamers. We need them. We need them so bad.
Right. Anyway, welcome back to Above the Clouds.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. Oh, are we? Sorry. Are we actually doing the bit? I forgot.
by now you should have somehow realized what you got to do.
I believe the answer of what I've got to do is cast Blizzaga.
That's fair.
Or run. Let's try running.
Those are not the enemies that have flare. It's Death Knights that have the yield of flare.
Anyway, final ribbons in this room.
Yep, we're gonna hang a right and grab it. Black Flans are decent experience, but they need to be Firaga twice, which is a bit of a pain.
No, I think they go down in one hit.
Do they go down to one? I think it might be level dependent.
Maybe.
There's some Medusas too. A lot of these enemies here, in Sky in particular, are great sources of experience points. And so we're gonna fight them all.
Or at least the ones that I've got a good read on.
Yep, Manticores are generally pretty low health, which is nice. They die pretty easily, and they give okay experience. 2600 in this area is okay, by the way.
The big thing is, as we go through here, managing those Blizzaga charges.
Yup. We've got plenty of ethers, but menuing is slow.
Luckily, we're not going to be burning down Tiamat with Blizzaga, so we don't need to worry about holding on to the charges or healing back up after. But, you know, lots of things here are weak to ice.
But otherwise, we're gonna let those spells rip like a Beyblade. Let's go.
God, I'd forgotten about frickin' Beyblades.
I don't. Those kids are like tiny. When you have small children in your life, you know about these things because you know. Children love toys.
Beyblades were for when I was like 10.
They're still around.
That's wild to me. Anyway, I'm going to respect the robot.
We are gonna save the game. Heal up.
Run from the flan.
Warmech is not a friend.
You know, it was in a run of this game where I found my first non-randomized robot encounter.
Is it really?
Yep.
So you never got one in any other versions, huh?
Never seen it in GBA, never seen it in PSP.
Huh, wild. Admittedly, it's an extremely low chance of showing up, so...
Correct. Anyway, let's talk about how we're going to defeat our enemies with the power of... Oh god.
But yeah, it's buffs time.
You say that.
Did the black belt drop? Let's be good. Got high rolled on Ice Storm.
So, Chad is talking about using Scourge on Tiamat. I will take this one, love. Yes.
Got it.
In the NES version, Tiamat and Break, or Scourge, which I think was
Bane.
Bane, and Brack, which is Break, could work on Tiamat, because she is weak to the poison element. Incidentally, they also work on Kraken 1 with the same rate, because his lower MDef compared to Tiamat is exactly the amount that weakness compensates for. But this also is... you can also do it in... PSP and GBA, and in fact, in some GBA routes, you do go for it. And... Oy.
Yep. However... Oh, geez. In this particular version, the boss bit is a thing which exists now. By the way, Tiamat is a fair fight, which is good and never causes problems.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, the boss bit exists now. And so, the boss bit was installed in all the bosses.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, unlike the NES version, or the GBA version, or the PSP version, you can no longer cheese Tiamat.
Yep. Which is just unfortunate. Because it was the coolest way to, you know. Get boss kills.
Okay. Drag it down.
Woo! All 4 bosses put in their place. We did it, we saved the world. Wait, I'm being told by my correspondent that the world is not saved.
Please run. Thank you. Look, in my headcanon, the mages are moving our various statued party members around like shields to deflect the melee attacks.
You'll say those black mages, stronger than they look.
Here we go.
So we're gonna lift the black orb from the dais. And go 2,000 years into the past. And run through many floors of a dungeon.
Too many floors of a dungeon.
So many floors.
And they also changed a thing about this dungeon in particular.
What's that?
That is frustrating. How many floors in this dungeon have encounters?
All of them except for Chaos's floor.
You are true for literally every other version of FF1, which is an annoying refrain, in my opinion, given that this was initially kind of billed as, like, the comprehensive remaster of the original. But no. Every single floor in this dungeon has encounters.
Every single one?
Including the last one.
But what about my free walk up to Chaos to style on the man?
Heck, your free walk up to Chaos to style on the man. You'll get one encounter on Chaos's floor, usually.
But I want to style on Chaos.
I do too, love. I do too. Please don't kill me. I have opinions about what the game's doing right now.
I, too, have opinions about what the game is doing right now. But yeah, Chaos Flores Encounters game's completely unplayable.
Yep. Yeah, they restored it all the way back, which is honestly low-key wild. And like, I think it's really neat. I also think it is the absolute pain when you're trying to go fast and you get that one last fight and you cry on the inside.
Some of us cry on the outside.
Usually by the time I got to the Chaos Floor, I'm done crying on the outside.
But yes, the first half of it is sort of these new enemies. Some things you've seen before, but it's a very wide mix of generic-ish enemies. And then, of course, on the flip side of the coin, the second half is the 4 elemental floors. Which is pretty rad.
I'm out of fire charges on Ray. Neat.
Gonna have to drink a bunch of ethers again.
Story of the game. So arguably this floor, technically floor 1, is the worst floor. Especially if you played the PSP version.
Lots of AoE spamming enemies. In the PSP version, you can't run from any of this either.
Yeah, I mean, that's the real key about Pixel Remaster, is they made it so you can run away from everything, which is a great quality of life. They also removed all the grind tiles, so like you can't even take advantage of it in a good way.
Yep.
It's weird. But it has become my favorite speedrun of all the FF1 versions I speedrun. And I think that's partially because I am just on the cusp of having a good time. It's mostly stuff from the 3rd floor where the loot concerto is. So you have things like the Death Knight, you have just a whole bunch of nasty stuff. I think you still get the green dragons.
Yep.
I do love it when one of my black mages has the same amount of HP as my monk.
Love is not the word I would use for that particular outcome, but yes.
It sparks joy? Whoops. Targeted the wrong mage with that temper. Correct. Whew. That could have gone a lot worse.
But it thankfully did not go a lot worse.
Yeah, because spell lists are randomized. There's no guarantee that you won't see the same spell twice. That spell you might see twice can be Flare.
You can get double flared. This, of course, is bad.
It does not end well for you. I guess it technically ends well for Lich, but does not end well for you.
Really want it to end well for Lich. We hate him. But yeah, here's Fire Floor, including our favorite friends, Fire Elementals. There's also Agama down here, in case you want Agama facts.
There's also that pack.
Quad Red Dragons, yeah. You normally don't see this one very often in other versions, but here...
It's more likely than you'd think. Challenge Agama facts.
Agama facts. Sorias are not Agama. They're friends, though. They hang out together. They're pretty rad.
Three. Two.
But yeah, Leggy's going to be counting buffs and doing some setup here because that's important. And then we start punching and just tempering the the monk so that we can hit as hard as possible. Can't death a statue. Can't do anything to these statues. They're just so perfect.
Literally chiseled abs. Literally. But yeah, you'll notice that we are starting the feud encounters by talking to an orb. This is a replacement for the encounter tiles that the original had, which means that I get to do the fun thing that always terrifies Demi.
Yeah, no, the very first time I saw you do this, I had a moment where you ran down the hallway. Kraken's encounter tile in the NES and other versions that have encounter tiles is halfway down the last hallway. And Leggy just runs across, and I just go, "What are you doing?"
Because, you know, I haven't healed yet. I haven't used my ethers yet.
In a hard panic, and it's just like, yeah, it's an orb. I'm like, and I just watched her do the last floor, too.
The last 2 floors, even.
And then you let me do commentary for you.
Yeah, because we get great moments like that. Great moments with pretty Demi.
Oh.
Alright, I need to do one more thing.
Did you warn the really, really long-a-thon folks that we'd flirt with each other a little bit?
No. I figured they do.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Kraken 2 has an exclamation point. Yes. Kraken 2 will also immediately kill your black belt if your black belt gets struck. Like, no questions asked. It's pretty bad.
The official Really Really Long Upon account has given us our blessing of love.
Fantastic. Thanks, everybody.
Y'all are wonderful. Love being here. What a great marathon for what a... I'd say good cause, but I think the answer is more cause I wish we didn't have to raise money for.
Indeed. But yeah.
Goodbye, Mind Flares.
Mind Flayers, by the way, we didn't talk about. They do 1 damage and attack. They're the weakest enemy in the game. They have the ability Death Touch. That's right. They could just kill you. You can just die. Okay, here's Tiamat 2. She's super scary. Big AoE sweeps, which still hurt, but less bad. But you're really hoping that Tiamat casts spells, because Scourge is in the spell list, and it's an instant kill, which will do nothing. You'll also notice that we moved the Black Belt into slot 3 to reduce the chance of the Black Belt getting meleeed, because we love our Black Belt. And we put our lower health Black Mage in front instead, because, you know, that's not supposed... Why are you attacking?
Because regardless of which Black Mage Tiamat punches, the result is always the same. So we might as well put the lower health one in front in the hopes that that one will eat the melee, and the other one will eat an extra AoE.
Tiamat 2 is down. 1 challenge remains. Just the 1, though.
Well, 2 encounters remain.
Well, only 1 challenging encounter remains.
Yeah, little green dragon.
Lone Green Dragon is not what we were looking for. This is not the climactic final battle that we were expecting.
I mean, if you watch the PSP, you know, initial cutscene, you might believe it is.
Fair.
Alright! Chat, it's time! It's time to kill Chaos!
Y'all know. Here's Chaos, everybody.
We're gonna start things off by having the monk drink 3 Giant's Tonics.
We need to get this monk to 999 hit points.
That is not good.
That is not actually going to happen. But our monk's got to get swole. At this point, we're praying that that Chaos decides to melee the fighter, and only the fighter. Right, but we got 2 Giant's Tonics out. We're going to hit the haste. We're going to hit the 3rd Giant's Tonic.
Yo!
I'm going to crack that Elixir Rock here. We're going to start casting Temper. That is perfect. That is ideal. We get the full heal. All right, we're good. We're feeling good. We're feeling pretty good. We're going to start buffing with Giant's Gloves.
We're going to sit here for a hot minute.
Yep.
And then Cass is like, nah.
Cass just decides to end the fight here. Cass like 333, easy game. Free. Free. Dead Light Warriors for me.
Yeah, Cass just goes for the cold shot. Does not miss.
Chaos just decides to end the fight instantly. Chaos casting Flare is the worst. Again, as you saw, it hits for about 400. If it's too early in the fight, it'll immediately wipe out the black mages, stopping you from being able to buff efficiently. Means you'll have to waste too much time, and then your run will end. If you're going for PBs, your run will end ignominiously. Did it target the stone? It did melee the fighter once at one point, yes. Chaos also knows Slowra, which penetrates ribbons. This, of course, is exceedingly bad because if your black belt gets slow rode once, we'll lose the effect of haste on him. And if you get slow rode twice, you get knocked all the way down to one hit. You don't hit very hard.
What do you mean by fix the RNG in this version?
Black belt gets tagged and erased from the fight. There's Earthquake. Earthquake's the other ability we want to see because it's an IK and it will never work. So, getting instant killed is A-okay here. Oh yeah, that's way fixed.
Yeah, they are not using the NES's RNG algorithms anymore. They are using just, built-in to modern computer RNG algorithms.
Importantly, we are swinging away now. It is time. We're doing 3,000 a hit right now. Chaos has 20,000 health.
I'll take second try.
Second try?
That is time, by the way.
Time! You made it to estimate! You did it somehow!
What did I get?
219.30.
Yo, let's go!
Chaos let you have one tonight.
Let's go. Heck go. So yeah, that second fight is kind of how the Chaos fight goes when things go well. You set up, Chaos faffs about ineffectually, and you start punching for 3 to 5k per round. But yeah, that is the second showcase of Final Fantasy 1 in this marathon. I always have a blast hanging out. There is a Discord for the Pixel Remaster Rando. Love, can you dig up that link?
Yeah, give me a sec. Where is it? Where in my list of servers is it?
Honestly, I did not notice until you apologized for the typo.
I'm so sorry. Did we tuck away a permalink? We did.
Sure.
We did. I saw it. I found it. Don't worry about it. I got it. I did it. I'm good at internet.
Nailed it. Yeah, so that's to the randomizer. There is a FF1 speedrunning general server as well that's pretty chill.
Vibin'.
Big vibin'. But yeah, other than that, I'm Leggystarscream. I tend to stream, honestly, about this time on my channel. I do RPG speedruns of various sorts and randomizers. Anything that has literally way too much RNG. Joining me on the mic is the ever wonderful Demarine, who I could just go on about how many wonderful things there are to say about you, love, but what do you want to plug?
Of course, our team, RPG Valkyries, we're great. Hang out. We're both members. Doing RPG speedruns, randomizer speedruns. I'm more of a rando specialist these days, but, 6 of 1. And otherwise, that's about it. Support this good cause. Support the ACLU. Things suck out there. I have no other way of putting it at this point in time. It's important to remember that Black Lives Matter, women's lives matter, trans lives matter. We're all people out here in this great wide world. We all need support and help, and I hope that we can all go and get it and support each other.
Thank you all for hanging out, and I don't know what the next run is, but I'm sure it's awesome.
Later.
Yep, thank you very much. Okay, everyone. Hi, it's Del. I haven't been on in a while because I've been busy and also sleepy and also not feeling the greatest. And now I'm gonna have to spend a bunch of time cleaning my apartment because of an apparent inspection. I am annoyed. Just somehow, no matter what I do, the cat litter smells. I guess. Although I think that's lying because there's also oh, I pressed the wrong button. So yeah. So I'm just gonna spend the time cleaning while watching Breath of Fire Glitchless. Yeah. Hi, Eddie. Yes, my cat is meowing in the window. But yeah. Donate to the ACLU. We have 2 more donations. Again, I will make a program and note. The runner for the finale may be unable to run. They did catch COVID.